Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about facility planning and why it's such an important topic in industrial engineering. In the simplest sense, facility planning is about deciding where a facility should be located and how it should be designed and organized so that it works efficiently. This topic is important because every organization needs a physical environment where its activities take place. That environment may be factory, an office, a hospital, a store, or another type of service area. If this environment is planned well, operations become smoother, safer, faster, and more productive. If it's planned poorly, many problems can appear later. So in this presentation, I will explain what a facility is, why facility planning matters, what areas it covers, and what goals it tries to achieve. First of all, a facility is a place where people, materials, machines, and activities come together for a certain purpose. That purpose may be producing a product or providing a service. So when we talk about facility, we are not only talking about factories. We can also mean hospitals, banks, restaurants, or supermarkets. The main reason facility planning matters is that the design of a facility directly affects performance. A good facility supports lower cost, better quality, less waste, more efficient use of resources. It also helps people work in a safer and more comfortable environment. On the other hand, poor facility planning can create serious problems. It may cause congestion, delays, low productivity, poor communication, customer dissatisfaction. So before operations begin, planning the facility correctly is critical, because mistakes made at this stage can become expensive and difficult to fix later. Facility planning is a broad field, and it involves many different professions. Engineers from different areas, many contribute, such as civil, mechanical, electrical, and industrial engineering. At the same time, architects, advisors, planners may also play important roles. This shows us that facility planning is not only a technical issue, it's also a practical and strategic issue. A facility must be strong and functional, but it must also support people, process, and long-term goals. Another important point is that facility planning is used in many sectors. It is used in manufacturing, healthcare, logistics, and service systems. For example, the arrangement of dentist's office or grocery store is also a facility planning problem. In these cases, the goal is to create a space where movement is easy, service is smooth, and both workers and customers can use the environment efficiently. So overall, facility planning is very flexible concept that can be applied to many real-life systems. One of the key ideas in facility planning is that it should be a continuous process. A facility is not something that is planned once and forgotten forever. Organizations change over time, their products change, customer expectations change, technology changes, and as a result, facility may also need to change. For this reason, continuous improvement is an important part of facility planning. The planner should see the facility as a dynamic system that may need redesign or adjustment in the future. It is also important to separate some related concepts. Facility planning is a broad concept, but inside there are smaller parts. One of them is facility location, which is about choosing the best geographic place. Another is facility design, which is about creating an efficient internal structure. Then inside design, we can talk about facility systems, layout design, and handling systems. Facility location can be seen as the macro aspect because it focuses on external placement, such as closeness to customers, suppliers, and transportation. Facility design is the micro aspect because it focuses on the inside of the facility. This includes building systems, internal arrangements, and the movement of materials, people, and information. When we look at different types of facilities, we see that general logic stays the same, but the details change depending on the environment. In manufacturing facilities, planning usually focuses on plant location, plant layouts, and material handling. The goal is to support production in the most efficient and organized way possible. In office facilities, the same planning structure exists, but instead of focusing heavily on materials, the system may focus more on information handling. Since office work is based more on communication, coordination, and information flow, the design must support those needs. In hospital facilities, the situation becomes even more complex. Planning must be considered patient flow, staff movement, information flow, equipment, public access, and overall safety. This shows that facility planning must always adapt to specific nature of the system. This is why facility planning is significant. It affects handling costs, management effectiveness, and it also ability to facility respond to future needs. In other words, facility planning is not only about today's performance, but also about long-term flexibility. The facility planning process can be understood as a design and decision-making process. First, the problem or objective must be clearly defined. Before doing anything else, we need to know that facility is expected to achieve. After that, the required activities are identified, and the relationship between those activities are analyzed. Then the space requirements are determined. Once this information is clear, alternative facility plans can be developed. The next step is evaluate these alternatives and choose the most suitable one. After selection, the chosen plan is implemented. But the process does not really end there, because the facility must continue to be maintained and adapted over time as conditions change. This process is important because it shows that facility planning should not be random. It should follow a logical sequence. A good plan begins with clear objectives, considers different alternatives, and ends with continuous improvement. To conclude, the facility planning is a major factor cost reduction, productivity improvement, and operational success. It helps organizations use their physical resources in the possible way. It plays a key role in both present performance and future development. Facility planning has two main aspects, macro and micro. Macro aspect refers to facility location. It means choosing the best geographic place considering customers, suppliers, and transportation. Micro aspects refer to facility design. This includes layouts, facility systems like electricity and handling systems. In short, macro is about where, micro is about how. In conclusion, facility planning is a critical process that determines how well a system performs. It's not only about choosing a location, but also about designing an efficient and adaptable system. A good facility plan leads to lower cost, higher efficiency, and better overall performance.